Started with a frame, just a pile of steel, rust on my hands, but a vision that's real. Long nights in the shop, sparks lighting the air. Every bolt I tighten says I'm halfway there, knowing that my vision is starting to appear, in hopes that I make the cover of C-10 America magazine. I'm building my C-10 dream. The chrome shines under the lights. Do I lay it low or lift it high? Man, my C-10 dream feels so right. From the garage to the show, rolling proud and clean, in hopes that one day I'll make the cover of C-10 America magazine. A fresh coat of paint, that green candy apple glow, 20-inch wheels hitting every truck show. Crowd gathers round, cameras start to click. This ain't just a truck, it's my C-10 America magazine dream. I'm building my C-10 dream. The chrome shining under the lights. Do I lay it low or lift it high? Man, my C-10 dream feels so right. From the garage to the show, rolling proud and clean, in hopes that one day I'll make the cover of C-10 America magazine. From swamp meets to highways, every mile I roll, this C-10 Chevy tells my story, every dent, every goal. I hope and I pray the editors are watching one day and put me on the cover of C-10 America magazine. And they will realize this truck's more than metal to me. It's my C-10 dream. I'm building my C-10 dream. The chrome shines under the lights. Do I lay it low or lift it high? Man, this C-10 dream feels so right. From the garage to the show, rolling proud and clean, in hopes that one day I'll make the cover of C-10 America magazine. So here's to the builders, the grinders, the crews, to every C-10 dreamer with a vision so true. I hope and I pray that maybe someday my truck will be on the cover of C-10 America magazine. But until that day, my truck's gonna gleam. I will keep wrenching and chasing my C-10 America magazine dream.
Hey guys, what's up, man? It's Roller. We're in the house, man. We're making it happen. This is our inaugural, I guess you'd call it inaugural, I don't know, but we are talking to the man, the myth, the legend. That was his theme song, man. That's his theme song. He plays it before every show. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big, big pedal to the metal welcome to Mr. Texas Rich of C-10 America. What up, brother?
Hey, what's up, Roller? How we doing out there?
You know what, dude? We are making it happen here on Pedal to the Metal. Do you realize that you are our very first interview?
Yeah, no, I don't. Hey, thank you and Scott very, very much. I appreciate that.
Oh, dude, you know what? I seen Scott was on there a minute ago, but we are more than happy to be able to do something like that for you, because I just know that that is going to help you so much, man. That's just gonna make everything just jive, man. And that's just all there is to it. You're gonna look professional when you get up there. Not that you don't already do now. Don't be taking me wrong. Don't be taking me wrong and then sending me hate letters and stuff like that, you know. But I'll tell you what, bro. We were happy to do it for you, man. We love you, and you're our boy, man. We got to take care of you, man. That's all there is to it.
Well, no, I was talking to Scott right before you called. It's funny, you were reading my mind, man. Right when I was talking to him, I'm getting on the phone, you're calling. So I'm like, dude, Scott, I need to get off the phone and call Roller. I'm on a show tonight, man.
Well, man, I tell you what, the cable does work, and we're live proof that it's working. And so I can't wait till you start taking phone calls, man, and getting your deal going because it just I believe it's taken our shows to the next level to be able to have somebody on the other line where they don't have to sit there and listen to us ramble and on and on and on and on, and it kind of breaks up the show, breaks up the monotony. What do you think?
I definitely like it. I've been trying to do this for a long time, but I had the wrong cable, I guess. So hopefully I'll have the right cable. I wanted to see if you would. Did my phone die? No.
Nope, you're here,
Can
man.
you hear me?
Yep.
I think I turned down the volume on my phone. Let me turn it up. Yeah, I did. I turned it down. Can you hear me?
I got you covered. Hello. We hear you loud and clear.
All right, man. So, well, hello to everybody out there on Pedal to the Metal. Roller is going to be talking about some awesome, cool stuff on his podcast. Wait till his new backdrop. I didn't even mention the backdrop to Scott, but
Oh, that's good.
You told Scott.
That's
awesome.
You're the only. I don't know if I even sent it to Scott or not. I told him that I had one, but I don't even think I sent him a picture. I think you're the only one that I sent a picture to.
Well, it's awesome. It looks pretty cool. So.
Well, I can't wait to get it. It should happen here, I would say, within a week or so, maybe, or something like that. But, guys, just to give you a little history between myself and Texas Rich, I guess it was probably 5 months ago, maybe 6 months ago. I get this phone call one day, or I get an email and it says, "Hey, we want you to be in our digital magazine." And I'm like, "Oh, wow, somebody wants to put me in a magazine." And then I call, and it's my buddy, man. I mean, we didn't even know each other at the time. And he said, "Hey, this is Texas Rich. I want you to be in my magazine, man." He said, "What do you think?" And I said, "Well, dude, I'm down. I'm definitely in for that." And so anyway, he told me what I needed to do and stuff, and we got that all done. And then through the times of me pestering him and doing all the stuff that I did, we became friends. And now, I'll guarantee you what, on a weekly basis, we probably talk. I don't know, Rich, what do you think? 5 times a week at least?
Probably at least, man. You owe me $10, man.
Well, I don't have any dimes or quarters. I can't put them in the phone, so just put it on my tab and I'll pay you someday.
All right.
Well, I'll pay you tomorrow.
Or green M&Ms.
Okay, I can get you some green M&Ms and stuff. But anyway, guys, I mean, just a email has turned into a great friendship, and I owe it to this man because I'm sitting in my dream. He kept pushing me and pushing me. You got to do this. You got to do this. You got to do this. Have you done your podcast yet? Have you got this? I kept telling him, no, I want to think about it. I want to do this. I want to do that. And finally, one day, man, I just bit off the bullet, and I said, okay, I'm going to do it. And, it's taken a long time, and I've built the page. We've gotten the equipment. There's been a lot of electrical glitches and stuff that we've had. And today is the day that we're here, man. I mean, the next step is for you to teach me OBS, and then, man, we'll be able to do the video call in and stuff, dude. And I just thank you so much for making my dream come true, man, for pushing me.
Well, with OBS, you can run 2 cameras on OBS.
Right. Well, I'm going to do that, and we're going to do any other things that we can do. I even played a little bit of music beforehand. Went on a little bit early so that the listeners could say, "Hey, he's on. I don't know what's going on. I hear music, but let me sit back and relax." And then we did the theme song and stuff. But enough of that. Let's talk about C-10 America, man. I mean, this is your passion. This is your dream. You started out with your magazine and stuff, and I'm just going to let you take it from there. I've opened the door for you. The floor is yours, sir.
What do you want to know?
Tell me the trip. Tell me the journey. I want to know the journey of how C-10 America magazine and C-10 America podcast and stuff come about.
Well, me and Dad moved here in late 2015 to Fort Worth, taking care of Mom and all that. We started a hot rod magazine, which ran about 5 years in print, and even back then I took and I named it Busted Knuckle Rod and Truck, and I put like a lot of C-10 trucks in there, more than Ford, more than Chevy, all that. And in the back of my mind, I wanted to do an all-truck magazine. And, COVID came, COVID hit. The hot rod magazine only got us to like a certain point, and it was almost like a C-10 truck stuck in the mud. We kept on spinning the tires,
right?
Not going anywhere. And with it being my dream, I do not want to, end my dream. Or if you know me, I don't quit. Quit is not in my vocabulary.
Guaranteed.
I will not quit. And so, with all that knowing, I took 2 months off from the magazine, didn't put out any issue, and kind of put my poop in a group, and just thought about it. And then I get back and, I said to Dad, I'm making an executive decision. He's like, "What's that, son?" And I'm done with, the hot rod magazine. Hot rod magazine's going away. And he's, "What?" And I'm like, "You know what? We did. It opened the door for us to meet so many people here. When me and Dad moved here to Texas, we didn't know a soul. We did not know anybody. And, the first person I met was a little Asian Sue from Gas Monkey Garage. And, I started going to car shows with her. I even have her phone number in my phone. And whenever she calls me, it says, Dragon Lady calling. And because on that TV show, Richard Rollins and everybody, Aaron Kaufman, everybody called her the Dragon Lady. And so I didn't know anybody, but doing the magazine just kind of opened the doors for me to meet a lot of, stars and, all that. And then I took and decided to put that on the shelf, and we started C-10 America December 9th, 2022. And when we started, I had 0 members.
Wow.
And tonight or tomorrow is gonna hit 70,000 roller.
Yes, baby. Right. Yes,
you
baby.
Were right.
I told you, man. I'm like the amazing Kreskin.
Roller was, the one that said you're gonna probably hit 70,000 before or around Christmas, dude. You need to pick my lottery numbers.
Only if you share. Only if you share, my brother.
I'll buy you some blue M&Ms.
Oh, well, okay. And a pack of Sharpies?
Oh, hey. I was at Walmart tonight.
Yeah.
I get some tape and, had a great meal over at Taco Bell. Excuse me. They had a special on Sharpies. I bought a 10-pack for $3.
Did you buy the rainbow colored ones or did you buy the black ones?
Well, rainbow colored to go with my hair.
And your beard.
my if you haven't seen me, my beard looks like Cindy Lauper's dad.
You're just not right, dude. You're just not right. But Rich, so you start from zero, you're getting ready to hit 70,000 viewers, man. What does that, man, how does that make you feel, the accomplishment that you have done in your life with this podcast?
Dude, well, my passion is, it comes down to basically, passion. If I didn't have passion, I wouldn't be doing what I do. And, there's been, some other people, in the group and all that said, hey, I'm just in it to make money. I'm just in it for this, that. And that's nothing farther than the truth. They don't get me, man. I love doing this because it is my passion. I don't know. It's something that was born with me. And, I was talking to Dad right before I, called you and all that. And saying if I can go back and reflect on what, Scott said real good. Every time Scott comes in to listen to, the lives and all that, what's he say all the time? He comes in and he says, how's my family doing?
Exactly
how's my
right.
family?
Yep.
So C-10 America, everybody in that group or in that live, you got Sam Ditto, you got Roller, you got Scott Stout, you got David, or you got Anthony and Dan Jackson, you got Kevin Dickey in there, you got a lot of people in there, and they all come to know they all came to know each and everybody in the group, and it's like everybody became friends. So I would tell Dad, you know what? That's my freaking calling from God. Putting everybody together, making everybody a family, making everybody friends. I didn't know what my calling was, but now I know what it is. I'm using C-10 America to bring everybody together.
Well, I'll guarantee you that right now, man. And then I see, now I just figured out, I've been trying while you're talking here, I've been trying, because I see there's 8 comments. And so I finally figured out how to get this on. We got Russell Casperry on, we got Justin Gruel on, we got Scott Stout. Scott says the cable's working great, can hear Texas Rich loud and clear. And Scott's on his vacation, man, and he's even taking time to hang out with us because he got to hang out with you today, man. How cool is that?
Well, and yeah, I just refreshed my thing, and you're right. There's eight comments there.
Yeah, exactly. And Justin, he's going to be in your magazine here real soon, and he's one of my homeboys, man, from here in Parker, Colorado, man.
Yeah, what's up, Justin? How you doing, brother?
And he's got some fabulous rides, man, and I love all of them. But my favorite one of all is Geronimo. And when you see Geronimo, Rich, you're going to understand why. It's just, the only thing I can explain Geronimo is it's nasty. I mean, it just, oh my God, it has this motor that looks like Frankenstein in it, man, and
Are you,
it's
talking
beautiful.
horsepower?
Oh, dude.
Horsepower wise?
Dude, you can't believe this truck, man. This truck is this, and we're on the internet, so we can say what we want to say.
Yeah.
Geronimo is badass. And that's my
Well,
truck, man. That's Justin's my boy, but that truck is my truck, man. If I had to get rid of Bob and I had a chance to buy any truck, man, I'd hit Justin up and say, okay, what's Geronimo cost? He wouldn't sell it, but I sure would ask him about it, man. But what a cool truck it is, man. But he's got the truck that he had that you're going to be having in the magazine and stuff, and he's had that since high school and
that
stuff.
black one.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. And then he's got a heart as big as your state of Texas, man. And he's building a truck right now for his brother. And I went over there here, I guess maybe a month ago, and we did a live video from his shop, and we checked it all out, man, and he's working on it as he can. But man, he's the big dog at the Black Eyed Pea in Castle Rock. And dude, I'm telling you what, man, when this guy ain't working, he's working on his trucks. He's going to car shows, and he's just, man, he's the man. He is my brother, man. I just love him to death. I'd do anything in the world for him. And just like all my guys, even the guys now on your show, man. If they come through Colorado and they needed a hand, man, I'd be there in a heartbeat for them. It's just a family that we acquire as
I
our.
think we're
Go
I
ahead.
think we're building a family, Roller.
We are. We really are. And it's going to be a long-lasting friendship, man. And with people like Scott Stout, man. Scott, we got to work on Scott. Scott, you got to get ready. We got to get him ready for podcast, man. He's got to get his own podcast going.
We're talking about it tonight. He was showing me his garage, and I'm like, dude, what about over there? We're already talking about it.
Yeah. Well, we'll get him going, man, because you got me going. So I guess the power of persuasion is pretty good. And now it's going to be times two. So Scott Stout, get ready. We're coming for you, buddy. But let's get back to C-10 America magazine, man.
Yeah.
You got merchandise. You got everything. What's the future? What's your future plans with C-10 America?
The group or
Any
the brand
of it,
in
just
general?
the brand. I mean, everything C-10 America. What is your future like? What are you thinking? Where do you want to be? Let's say, where do you want to be in 5 years?
Let's say where I want to be in probably a year and a half.
All right.
I have plans on opening my own shop. It's going to be called the C-10 America Build Shop. We're only going to build C-10 trucks. We're not going to paint them. Everything underneath is going to be brand new. It's going to be like a brand new truck underneath. And we even have, the tagline. I even did the logo for it and all that. The tagline says, where the customer is never right. And then right is crossed out. It is okay sometimes.
Well, and that's going to be cool, man, because then they can take it home and they can paint it and they can do what they want with it, and it's going to be an easier step for a lot of people because there's not a lot of people that are lucky enough to have a big shop, and to look at Scott. I mean, just from the stories you tell me, Scott was doing it outside, man, on his patio,
Yep.
so, and now he's got this big old garage, and I know Justin works out of a 2-car garage. It's sick, Wiggett design, man. I'm telling you what.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, but these guys all got dreams, but we all got to start someplace because ain't none of us got a pocket full of money, man. There is nobody that's got $10 million where we can go in and build a new building, or $100 million, or whatever we want to do. And I think that your dream of opening up your own build shop and stuff is going to be so cool, man. Because you've told me about the design, but tell the listeners out there what the shop's going to look like inside.
For your listeners out there, if you ever travel to Gas Monkey Garage, they have two shops, the main shop, and then they have a gift shop. Well, that ain't going to be the way I want to do things. I'm going to have one shop. You're going to come in the front doors. That's going to be the showroom right there. We'll have a couple of trucks slammed on freaking airbags, all patinaed out, around the T-shirts, around the hats, everything, stickers, those old, what are they called? They're the things for
like 50s diners or something.
No, telephone poles.
Oh yeah,
they have the cords all wrapped. They're like big. They're big round things that hold the wire or whatever. Well, I want some of those that are all old and beat up with your T-shirts on them, so they kind of hold your T-shirts, metal and wood, rusted metal, around the back. But upstairs, you're gonna see a window from when you're down in the shop. And look up there, you're going to see my podcast studio right up there. And then you go back towards the cashier and you look through another window that'll be out in the shop. And you'll see us out there building C-10 trucks.
Dude, that's going to be so cool, man. And the rendering that you've sent me and showed me, dude, it's going to definitely be a tourist stop, just like Gas Monkey Garage and also, Austin Speed Shop and different things like that are. There are going to be people that's coming there all the time and checking it out.
We're looking at a couple of locations, maybe down around Fort Worth. Pardon me, down by the stockyards down there, because that is a very highly attracted place. It attracts everybody from all over. And I don't know how much it is, but there's a building right down there on Main Street. It's within walking distance of, the stockyards.
Yeah.
Right down there in the middle of everything. So I'm thinking it might be, like you said, a tourist, attraction.
Well, it will be, man. It will be, because you'll be at huge. I mean, you'll be at very big, large numbers by the time this gets all done and stuff. You could be maybe 200,000 listeners, man. And
well, if I can, I gotta tell you something. I won't tell you who, because I don't know if they want to have their name down or whatever, but let's just say it was a big vendor out there at C-10 in the park last weekend, right?
Right.
So I was talking to him about maybe doing some advertising on the show, and they said they don't really do anything with sponsorships on like Facebook shows or like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then one guy asked me, he's like, well, what kind of numbers are we talking? He's like, because, we got a pretty big following too. We got like about 40,000 people that follow us. And I'm like, oh, no, that's good. That's great. And he's like, how many people do you have? And I'm like, well, let's see. When I came down to the show, I left my house and I had 69.1 thousand people. I get down to the show and I had 69.2 thousand people. And then I go to the convenience store. I get something to drink, a little cupcake or something. Then I go park and I start walking into the show. I look, I have 62.3 thousand people.
69.2.
Or, yeah, I'm sorry.
That's right.
69.2 thousand. So I'm talking to this guy and telling him, and he's like, oh, man, I'm going to go sign up, be a member. And he goes and he looks, and I'm not joshing you, man. We were at 62.4 when he looked. So just by the time I left home and I came down to the show, it grew that much.
So you were at 69.4 just in that short of a time.
When I left the show, I was 0.5. When I left talking to them, I was 0.4.
And now you're 69.9 and soon to be 70,000.
Yes, sir.
And that's not just U.S. listeners, man. You got listeners all over the place.
We had a roller. We have a worldwide podcast also. So we have people listening from halfway across the world, baby.
That's what it's all about, man. I can't wait till I get, back in the day when I when I did Monster Truck Radio, we had a gentleman that would listen in, and he would listen in from Italy. And when my producer told me that, I was like, you got to be kidding, man. And he's like, no. And he's been in here several times. And I was like, oh, wow, I can't believe that somebody in Italy is taking the time to listen to the show, man. And it was just really cool, man. I thought, dang, that's amazing. So, international is a good feeling, man.
Well, I heard that. I don't know if it's true, but they said there's somebody over in Saudi Arabia that has a gold-plated C-10 truck.
How cool would that be to get on your show? You might need a little translation, but wouldn't that be cool to be able to have that on your show and then have video of them showing the truck as you're talking to whoever the owner is of that truck?
That'd be cool if they sponsored my show.
Hey, speaking of sponsors, today I was at the auction in Colorado Springs. I work there every Tuesday. And we have a dealership here in Denver, and he's been Denver's biggest dealership for like 2 or 3 years, man. And me and him are really good friends. And I was telling him about the show and stuff, and what my dreams are and what I'm looking forward to and stuff. And he goes, man, what I'm going to do for you, he says, I'm going to send you some commercial spots. And he said, I'm going to be a sponsor of your show. I haven't even told you this yet, but the name of the company is called The Sharpest Rides. And Kevin Sharp is just, me and him are really good friends. I've known his dad for forever. I sold John cars. Now I sell Kevin and Kevin's boy, Caden. I sell them cars. And man, I can't believe that I'm going to get Colorado's biggest independent dealer, used car dealer, as a sponsor of my show, man. I can't believe it.
It's only gonna grow from there, Roller.
I know, and that's what I haven't come to grasp with yet. I haven't come to grasp with what this show might do for people, just because of the way that I have opened up the genre of the show. I mean, I was going to keep it strictly classic cars. And then I thought, and in fact, I think it was you that kind of set my mind on this path. And I'm opening it up to monster trucks. I'm opening it up to hot rods, classic cars. If you got a fast dune buggy I want to talk to you about. If you got something that's got a big motor, we're going to talk about it on Pedal to the Metal. We're going to talk to, I've got Rich, and I got a piece of paper upstairs, and it's guys that I'm going to call that are potential at least 1 hour interviews. And I have almost 3 months worth of interviews that I can, if everybody says yes, that I could do. And that's just doing it, maybe 2 interviews a week, and that's it. And I plan on trying to do it more. So yeah, I mean, the future's it's pretty scary, man. To see what maybe what'll happen.
Well, that's awesome.
Well, thank you, man. I really do believe it. So, the store, that's going to be cool, man. I really like that. Talk to us about C-10s in the park. Talk to us about your first autograph experience.
Dude, I was walking around. You were right again, man. You're like so right, man. You're like almost like one of those balls you shake, that it tells your future,
The Amazing Kreskin, like Johnny Carson was the Amazing Kreskin.
Yeah. God bless Johnny Carson.
Guaranteed, man. Yeah, may you rest in peace.
No, I was walking around shooting. Man, that show, to tell you the truth, man, remember I told you, that show I went to last year, it was kind of not really chaotic or chaos, but it got to where they were parking, like in the middle of where, the people were, trying to walk, it was like kind of growing, it got even bigger.
Right.
Well, I got there this year, and to my surprise and all that, I'm glad it worked that way. But every truck was lined up in a row, side by side, and they had the walkway or the lane where you drive down, where you walk down. They had that all mapped out, and they didn't have any trucks parked in, the walkway. I mean, so I'm truly, I was surprised. I was walking around, shooting, doing interview. Dude, I don't know if you saw that one, those 2 photos I put up. Is one guy that I interviewed. He had I think it was a 65 C-10, blue one, kind of, it was in the weeds, kind of airbags, laid down real low.
Yeah.
And after we got done talking, he's like, hey, can I get a picture of you standing by my truck? And I'm like, yeah, bro, of course, no problem. So I want it because, you're gonna a lot of people are gonna start to know you. I'm like, dude, I'm just out here having fun, bro. I'm like you are. And so he had me get right by his driver's side. He took a picture. I'm like, can I get a copy of that? So yeah, so he sent me a copy. Then I went to leave, and he's like, hey man, can I get a selfie with you, please? Excuse me. And I'm but of course, yeah, no problem. And when a fight breaks out and then other people form a half circle,
yeah,
they want to watch, that fight.
Yeah.
Well, when he took his cell phone and he put it up above his head, and then me and him stood together, he put his arm around me, I put my arm around him. He took a picture of both of us. Well, there's a half circle of people watching, for a fight. They were watching me and him, take a selfie.
Wow.
And then to the autograph thing, I was on the other side of, C-10s in the park walking around, and just minding my own P's and Q's, taking pics and doing content and all that. And by the way, I need to put that content up, this week sometime. But I'm walking around, And I see a friend of mine out there that I knew, and then his older gentleman comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, would you sign my ball cap?" And I'm gonna sign your ball cap. I don't even have a pen to sign your ball cap.
Yeah.
And I'm all, dude, you don't want a little old me to sign your ball cap. I'm nobody. I'm just out here, having fun shooting. And this older guy tells me to shut up, and he hands me a Sharpie, and he takes the top off the marker, and he hands it to me, and then he hands me his cap. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'm not getting out of this without signing the guy's cap. And so I'm like, okay, if I got to sign your cap, you got to do something for me. And he's like, what? And I'm like, you're going to do a video on my phone so I can show my buddy Roller back in Colorado that I signed your ball cap. So I got a video of me signing this ball cap. I signed it Mickey Mouse.
You're just so wrong, man. You really are.
Now, I signed it Jessica Simpson.
Oh, okay. There you go. That's better. Yeah, that's better. No, guys, I tell you what, man. Rich has got this humor about him, man, that I just love, man. And I love the story of how you started out and stuff. And I can't wait to officially meet your family down there. I want to see you have your dad on the show one time sitting next to you, and I want to hear the stories that you've told me about him as a young man and stuff like that. And it's just going to be an awesome day,
well,
man.
If I can elaborate on that for a minute, I think I told you about. If not, I'll tell you about it. It goes with pedal to the metal. Dad and my uncle. My uncle was a Ford guy. My dad was a Chevy guy. And for you and your listeners out there, remember that movie Grease?
Yeah.
With John Travolta?
It was on the other night. Yes, it was, and I was watching it. Yes, I was.
Well, my uncle and my dad, they were greasers before Johnny Boy Travolta. They were the real deal. My dad wore the leather jacket, the jeans. He rolled the Marlboros up in his sleeve. You put the stuff on his hair. He was the real deal. Anyways, my uncle, my dad used to drag race, the Ford against the Chevy on, I think, Friday or Saturday night back in the day on Whittier Boulevard out in California. There's only two cops out there, and I think both cops went to school with my dad and my uncle, so they became cops, and my dad and my uncle became, I guess, outlaws or street outlaws, whatever. And there's one night, my dad and my uncle went racing down the street, and my uncle's brakes gave out, and they were racing, and my uncle was winning. And then his brakes gave out. My dad speeds up to my uncle, and my dad thinks my uncle is like waving at him, being like, kind of a jerk, to him, hey, I'm winning. Well, he was trying to say, shit, my brakes went out. Hey, help, my brakes went out. And Dad just smiling, waving back at him, thinking my uncle is waving. But, well, anyways, long story short, at the end of the street, there was a gas station. At the end of the street.
Oh, no.
They were racing all the way down. And my dog is crying back there. Anyways,
that's Acer.
That's Ace, man. See, I can't even get on and start talking because, he hears my voice and then, he starts crying. You know what? I did something wrong the other night. He started crying like this. and I ran out there to see what was wrong. And he does this all the flipping time because he thinks I'm going to come out there and console him and give him a treat. So who got who trained?
Yeah,
He got me trained.
exactly.
But anyways, luckily, and thank God, my uncle, his car stopped 1 foot away from the gas pump.
Dude, that's so scary, man. I bet you that. I bet you thought, well, this is where I bite the dust. This is the day that I die.
I bet that's the day he wished he went to Walmart and bought new britches.
Oh man, I tell you what. You know, Rich, to be honest with you, it's always good content and stuff. We're at 49 minutes already into the show, man, and it's just I can't believe that it's going this fast. You know, and it does when the stories are good and everything like that.
Well, when you're just talking back and forth, like I told you today when we had Scott Stout on, today me and Scott went for 2 hours, Roller, 2 hours, baby,
And it went fast, didn't it?
and it did, yeah, and we didn't want to stop, after the 2 hours, and I'm on my, your wife's coming to get you, she sent him a text and said, hey, I'm coming to pick you up, and all that. But we weren't even watching, the time. We're just talking, having fun. That's pretty much what it's about, talking, having fun.
Guaranteed it is, man, for sure. And before we go any farther, Scott Stout lives in Snyder, Texas, and he's getting ready to have a big car show down there called the White Buffalo. And man, if you're down in the Snyder area or for anything at all or anywhere close, man, during this show, Scott, you need to, or maybe Rich, the date, but he needs to send us some information because now that we've got these 2 podcasts going, we can really help him out and try to drive some people his way. So we need that kind of information,
I have one of his cards right here. Yeah, it benefits the Toys for Tots. It's the White Buffalo car show right down there, like you said, in Snyder, Texas. It is Saturday, October 4th, 2025. And it's in downtown Snyder, Texas, at the square, the awesome world famous downtown square. And it goes on from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m.
Wow. That's a long show.
Yeah. And their classes include GM, Ford, and Mopar and top 15. And motorcycles are included in that. It's $20 to register, and all proceeds go to benefit the Toys for Tots. And if you guys out there want to come, donate to the show, help out, whatever, give our buddy Scott Stout a call at 325 area code 207-4671. That number again, area code 325-207-4671. And Roller.
Yes, sir.
This will be Scott's first show.
Wow, that's gonna be cool, man. And he's doing a lot of leg work. We've talked. We both have helped him try to get this thing up and stuff. I know he's competing against another car show this year, but I think they've talked, and the guy's going to move the other one. And the White Buffalo has been around for a while, right, Rick?
It started a long time ago, and then they stopped it. I guess people that originally did it, they they did it for a long time, and then it stopped. And Scott wants to bring it back. Bring it back to life.
Cool. Well, I'm going to do everything I can from Colorado to help
And
it help him.
it's cool that the what is it, the Snyder Chamber of Commerce
Uh huh.
and Visitor Center. They took and they teamed up with Scott, and they're doing a lot of advertising, helping Scott with the show and all that. They're putting on one thing with the Chamber of Commerce on one side, and then he's putting his show on the other side. So, and then might I say, all the shops, all the stores, all the restaurants right down there, they're going to be open while the car show is going on. So if you're hungry, you're thirsty, you want good Mexican, you want some pizza, they're all going to be open during the show.
Dude, that's going to be awesome. Well, Scott, if you're out there still, man, I wish you the best. I know you're on vacation and stuff like that, and we wish you the best. And I know that I'm going to help you, and I know that Rich is going to help you do anything we can to make your show a success, man. So we wish
Now
you the
we're
best.
we're talking earlier, and he said he's kind of afraid. What are you afraid of? And he said, I'm afraid of it getting real big, the first show. I'm like, oh, you're afraid that you probably bit off more than you can chew, huh? But you know what? That would be awesome, if it wraps around, the square. That would be so cool.
I've never been to Snyder. I've been through Snyder on the way going down to Abilene, but never been into the town. So I don't know much about the town, but I've heard about this town center and square and stuff that this is all going to be taken apart in. So that's going to be cool, man. It really is. But no, Rich, I'll tell you what. If somebody has a good saying, they can send it into your email address, and you'll make a T-shirt out of it. Correct?
Yeah, it got to be related to C-10 trucks.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys come up with something good. I come up with one, and it said, "Don't dream the dream, drive the dream," and it's going to be a shirt, man. So come up with something cool, something catchy, and give them that email address and how they can send that to you.
Yeah, just send it to Texas, all spelled out. Texas Rich, RICH, at C10AmericaMagazine.com, C10AmericaMagazine.com, Texas Rich at C10AmericaMagazine.com.
Cool, man. And the thing that's cool about it is he's going to put your name down there on the bottom of the shirt that it was your.
I was going to remind you that. And then, do you know what else we're putting on the shirt?
What are you going to do?
I think you know. I end it every time I do a live. What do I end the live with?
A good prayer, man. A beautiful prayer.
We're putting God's word down below. A little prayer right down below on every shirt.
And we've talked about this, but for you listeners that have never even, that's on my new page here, and you've never heard about Texas Rich, his show, I believe this from my heart, that being the Christian man that he is and his faith in God and stuff, and the prayer that he does at the end, he's gotten a lot of responses that people like that, and I think it's I think it's something that the world is wanting in their life again. Especially after like Charlie Kirk passed away or got shot and killed. Not passed away, he got shot and killed. But I think that's a big reason why you are becoming a big success is because of your 1 minute prayers from the men's Bible. I think that's a cool deal, man. So kudos to you for doing that, my brother.
And I'm gonna do something else that I'm gonna take something else from you and run with it. I'm gonna after I get a little cash, I'm going to Hobby Lobby, and I'm gonna probably buy me about 10 of those Bibles.
Yep.
And then, I'll be talking to people and stuff like that, or even if I see somebody out and about somewhere, and I think they need a little prayer to help them through the day, I'm gonna give them one.
Well, dude, I tell you what, man, I think it's a powerful little book, and I really do. And the guy that gave it to me, I was up on the auction stand after my cancer was done, and he come up to me, and his name was David, and he come up and he said, "How you doing?" And I said, "I'm good." He goes, "I've heard about your cancer," and he says, "How's that?" And I said, "Oh, we knocked it out of the park, man. It's good." I said, "Beat it." And he said, "Good." He said, "I've been praying for you," and he said, and I known David for a long time. I never had a conversation with him like the conversation we were having. And he goes, "I got something for you." And I said, "Okay." And he hands me this book, and I look at it, and I'm like, "Wow, what is this?" And he said, "Turn it over." And he turned it over, and it was 1 minute prayers for men. And I took it home that night, and I started reading it, and I got this feeling, man. And so I went ahead and I went over to Hobby Lobby, and I think I bought 8 of them, and I have given them to people, man, just because they need something, they need something that. Hold on, just a second here. Okay, I had to plug my computer back in because the battery was running down. So, anyway, I've been giving them out. I gave you one. I've given several to some friends and stuff like that, and I think it means a lot to people when they get a gift like that. At first they're kind of shocked, but hello, Mr. Robert, the Flying Frenchman in the house. And just before we go any farther, Rob French, you're on my list to call, man, because you're going to be on this show, my brother. We're going to talk some old stories. We're going to have some fun, man, and we're going to listen to some Mr. Flying Frenchman, man. He's a monster truck guy. He's going to be on the show. I know he will, man, and that'll be at least 2 hours, man. So good to see you, Robert French. Good to see you on there, man. Thank you for watching, man. But dude, I think the book is really cool, man. And, Mr. Robert French, he can tell you the same thing, man. He's a spiritual guy. He's a big man. And, his wife, Kelly, they both are. They have the faith in him, man. And they believe in that, man. They believe. And, he's not afraid to preach the word to anybody, man. And so it's going to be good to see him on there, and it's good to see you on there right now, my brother. But that's why I think this show is going to be really a good success, Rich. I'm sorry to get off on this deal for a minute, but it's people like Robert French. And then last week, I had BJ Johnson on here. I've talked to so many different guys that I did so many shows with in my lifetime in the monster truck business. And they're like, "Dude, we got you, man. We are going to be there with you." Hello, Kelly. She's there in the house too. I think they're great people.
Wants one of those books.
You know what? She's probably got one, man. But she don't need. She's got the spirit in her, man. She just oozes the good Lord, man. And she's a barrel racer, man. And she's She's the real deal, man. I'm telling you what, man. This girl can ride a horse better than the Frenchman can drive a monster truck, man. I'm telling you right now. It's just the way it is, man. She's bad. She's bad. This girl is bad on a horse, man. She is just and there's Joe and Shelly Cortez. Hey, man, how are you guys doing, man? Good to see you guys on here. People are starting to roll in, man. It's kind of cool to see this, brother. Hey,
Yeah.
Rob French said, now easy. And I know exactly what that means. He's like, you better slow down, Roller, and quit bragging on my girl Kelly so much, man. But no, I love them both. And I spent a lot of time with both of them because Kelly used to drive too. And, just a lot of good memories with people like this that I think that it's going to be an awesome show, man. I can't wait to see what the future is for everybody and stuff like that because, the Frenchman, he used to listen to Monster Truck Radio, and I believe I even had him on Monster Truck Radio. Is that right, Robert? I mean, Mr. Frenchman, Flying Frenchman, you were on Monster Truck Radio at one time, right? You'll answer me here in a minute. But, I look forward to it. I got some freestylers from the freestyle business, and, they're going to be on, and it's just going to be a good deal, man. But for
It's
everything
gonna
that
blow up.
everything that you've done for me, bud, I had to make you my first guest, brother. And I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. I know you got a busy schedule. I know you get up early. You're up at 4 o'clock every morning, man, and you're starting to work and stuff in there. But tell us real quick about your metal prints, okay?
What do you want to know about?
Just tell them how they order them. Tell them what they are. I mean, just explain the metal print.
What mineral print? They don't fade. They don't. They don't rip. They don't tear. They don't smudge, and they sure as heck don't smear. They hold up, in the rain, in the wind, in anything outdoors. But no, they're 11 by 14, 16 by 20, or 20 by 30. Then we just started doing big show boards, and so if you guys have that awesome hot rod or truck out there, we can do an awesome show board. We're gonna be doing one for Roller and Bob and all that, so he can kind of debut it out there with his truck at Freddy's and all that. But no, if you guys want one or you're interested, just don't be shy, don't be bashful. Just give me an email or talk to Roller. He can get a hold of me. He knows where I'm at.
Yep. I'll guarantee, man. And the thing is, a lot of people I see at shows, they make a show board for their car and it sits out in front. It's made of cardboard or something, and it looks nice. Don't get me wrong, but after a while, the sun kind of makes it warp a little bit. Same with the plastic ones, man. But this is all metal, guys. I have a display on the front of my truck, and you can only get this display by being in the magazine. But I have gotten so many compliments on this, and I have passed the word along so much, to different
Thank
people
you.
out there. And I really recommend that you buy the show board for your car, because the fact is you'll never have to buy another one, man, because it'll just last a lifetime. It's just like my buddy in here. He has a car, a Cinnabee, and that's Joe and Shelly Cortez, man. I just met him this weekend at the car show at the Wild Goose Saloon, and this guy's a big member of the Challenger Club, man, and he's got a wide body. And it's, dude, this car is dope, man. I mean, it's got Lambo doors on it. And this guy, he has more stuff for this car, man. I mean, he's got just some of the coolest things. He's got things that go across when the Lambo doors go up that kids don't get into the car, and it says Cinnabee. That's what he named his car after. Is called Cinnabee because he has I forget what he has, but anyway, cinnamon cures what he has or helps it, and so anything cinnamon or anything like that, is in his wheelhouse, man. And this car is. You can go on the Facebook page to Pedal to the Metal, and it's one of the very first interviews, man. It's a new body, it's a wide body Challenger, and you need to check out the information. In fact, Rich, you made the comment about his beard because he had the long beard and stuff like that, and
yeah.
that's a cool car, man. It is, and he's going to invite me up. He's going to get his whole club together, and we're going to meet somewhere, and we're going to try to do it before the winter gets here, and we're going to interview the whole club, man, because I guess they got some great cars, and every one of them has a great story. So I look forward to that. But Joe, I appreciate you being on here, my brother, man. Flying Frenchman, always much love for you, buddy. Always much love, man. I mean that from my heart. Kelly, I love you too, man. And I just look forward to being on here and bringing this show to you and bringing the past back. Some great stories. Like I know I can get the Frenchman on when we have the tribute to Dan Runte, and that's going to be a good show, man. That's going to be a real good show. And the Frenchman said he's got a story between him and between Dan and Kelly Racing, and I imagine it's a good one. So we look forward to that. But Rich, I'm gonna let you go because I know you have to get up in the morning and get yourself going and stuff, and I got to work too, and we got to get this going. But
I gotta put my blush on.
Yeah. But guys, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, and this is just real quick before we go. I figured out a way to keep track of this, and this is my baby, okay? I am a single parent, and I have a lot of uncles, and Rich is one of the uncles of the baby and stuff, but I need to have you guys help me make my baby grow, okay? So what I've done is I've come up with a little giveaway, and for the person that drives the most people to follow the show and get on the show and interact with the show and stuff like that. And when you do that, you got to tell your friends, say, hey, I'm Joe Blow, and Joe and Shelley Cortez, they sent me to listen to the show. So then that way I can make my notes and I can keep track of that. But I've got one of my shirts from Monster Truck Radio. This shirt has never been worn. I had Monster Truck Radio. It was a show on monster trucks. Of course, the name tells you that. And it was at Castle Rock Radio. It was a great show, but it was in the wrong time when the economy was bad, and we couldn't get advertising, and the radio station needed money. And so I just turned it over to a friend of mine named Rob, Mr. Bonar, and he, Ross. And anyway, they did it for a while, and then Ross and Colby and all them, they were too busy to do stuff, and they had to let it go. So it sat vacant and idle for a long time, but I always would go on there and wish people Merry Christmas and different things, just to kind of put a little content out there to keep, just to keep people interested, man. So good night. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you, Frenchman. You guys have a good night. Kelly, you too. But anyway, I'm going to give this shirt away to the person that drives the most people. And this is an extra large, and it's a crew shirt. It's a black shirt with green pinstripe, and it says Monster Truck Radio. Of course, it's got roller on the other side. It's got the MTRA logo. That's the Monster Truck Racing Association. It's got Bell helmets. And then if you turn it around on the back, it says Monster Truck Radio in big letters and big insignia. It was our logo. And the shirt's highly pinstriped and stuff like that. If you're not an extra large and stuff like that, you can put this on the garage wall. You can frame it. I'll sign it for you or whatever. But somebody's going to own this around Christmas time because I'm going to send it to somebody. And but I just need you guys to help me, man. I need you to get out there and I need you to help me make this show grow. So this is the gift right here. It ain't much, but it's all I can afford right now because Rich is spending my money, man. He made me get this podcast, and he knows me. He knows that I want to make it the best I can, and I'm always going, hey, I just bought this. Hey, I just bought this. I mean, we're getting ready for the new backdrop, and got to get a couple more lights and different things like that, man. So yeah.
Hey, don't turn your listeners against me. They won't buy metal prints.
They will. When they see those metal prints, they will buy them for sure. But no, hey, and too, Joe, you need to check this out because I know that Rich can make you one really, really cool, man, for your car. So Cinnabee, he can hook you up and really make. And I know you got a nice one now, but when you see this metal print, brother, you'll buy it. I guarantee you'll buy it, man. But anyway. That's about it, guys, for the show. Of course, we could go on forever. I know me and Rich could I could do my first show and do a 3-hour because we've done some 2.5-hour just on an evening when we were both going, okay, man, we got to go get up and go to bed.
Hey, do you want to tell the people the reason why I did my first 3 hours last week?
Go ahead.
I'll let you tell why I did that.
Because he had to prove to himself that he could do 3 hours. That's just his drive, and so he does it for 3 hours, and then the next day he does it for 3 hours, and then his dad says, "Hey, what are you doing?" He said, "Quit doing a 3-hour show, man." He said, "Do a 2-hour show." And then you'll pick up an extra hour in the day because your metal prints are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And ever since his dad told him that, his metal prints are just going crazy, man. I'm telling you. I mean, it's always, it's either the magazine or the metal prints or C-10 America. That's his 3 things in life. And he's getting ready to get married. And so now he's going to bring a 4th in. And man, you're going to be busy, brother. You're going to be really, really, really busy for sure. But just to say goodbye to everybody and stuff, I want to play a song that my brother Rich wrote for a friend of his, Mr. Charlie Kirk. When he wrote the song. That day, my brother, Rich, was down, man. He was down big time. I mean, he was hurting bad. And all of a sudden, he picks up the phone and he says, "Hey, man, I wrote a song." Because I've been writing songs. And he says, "I wrote a song." And I said, "Really?" And he said, "Yeah, I wrote a song about Charlie Kirk." And I said, "Okay, let me hear it." So he sends it to me, and it makes me cry. It made tears in my eyes, man. And I was just like, damn, this is a good song. And so we're going to go out with
didn't you play that at your auction?
I did, man. We did, and it made the audience cry, man. So it really did. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. The name of the song is called "From Heaven to You," and this is about Charlie Kirk.
We gather here with heavy hearts. Charlie, you showed us truth. You fought the good fight. Your words lit a fire. Your courage was true. Charlie, we'll never forget you. We love you, we're gonna miss you. Thank you for the good that you chose to do. To your family, our prayers shine through. Peace and love, carry them too. At the end of the day, we're just passing through, but by faith we'll be with you.
faith was strong. It carried you far, a guiding light, a bright northern star. It wasn't fair to take your light away, but your spirit lives on today.
Charlie, we love you. We're gonna miss you. Thank you for the good that you chose to do to your family. Our prayers shine through. Peace and love, carry them too. At the end of the day, we're just passing through, but by faith we'll be with you. Hand in hand we'll stand as one, brothers and sisters, till the race is run. Charlie, your hope was a beacon, your heart was so brave. Charlie, your memory will never fade. We love you, we're gonna miss you. Thank you for all the good that you chose to do to your family. Our prayers shine through. Peace and love, carry them too. At the end of the day, we're just passing through, but by faith we'll be with you.
Until that day we meet you again, we'll carry your message with us and walk hand in hand as brothers and sisters together again.
Great song, guys. Great song, man. I'll tell you what, I really like that song. And I really enjoyed doing this first episode with you, my brother. And I look forward to our friendship. I look forward to try to make it down there for you guys' wedding. And, for we can meet face to face for the very first time. And just everything about it, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. I hope you're going to like the show. It can only get better, okay? It can only get better, and that's all there is to it, man. So, go ahead.
Come down and meet Dad.
Guaranteed.
Meet Dad and Terry.
Yeah, I want to meet Miss Terry and your dad for sure, man. But you know what? We're going to get out of here, guys. It was an awesome song, Scott Stout. Awesome song. And we're going to turn it in. I'm going to go up and watch a little TV with Mrs. Roller. And we're going to just hang out, man. And then I got to work tomorrow and got to figure out what's next for Pedal to the Metal, man. I know I'm going to start calling people and getting things going and stuff. And I'd like to thank Rise and Grind Coffee for being a sponsor. I'd like to thank Arch Auto Glass for being a sponsor. Jesse Scott's Craft Creations for being a sponsor. And I look forward to the Sharpest Rides being on here and stuff like that. So without you guys, I'm not going to be able to make it. So thank you for tuning in. I love each and every one of you. Y'all have a blessed night. And remember to hug those loved ones, okay? This is Roller and Big Texas Rich. We're out of here. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Roller. We love you guys. Take care.
Well, what do you think, bro?